What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to Golf and Gospel Podcast, man. We got the homie Nate Wong, Jeremy Davis, but you guys don't care about us. The most important guy on this call right now is the homie Andrew Novak, man. Appreciate you taking time on a football Sunday. We all know we like the game of football, man, just to stop by, just, talk about your season you had and just obviously, what just happened in the Ryder Cup and stuff right now, man. So appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. So let's just jump straight into it, man. Don't want to beat around the bush here, man. Obviously, close finish here, man. USA really fought back. Bryson closing out. He looked just like he did at the Open. How he just kind of, fought through adversity, closed the gap for us, getting us that half point. But just from your standpoint right now, if you had to award an MVP for the Ryder Cup, either Europe or USA, who would you give it to?
Probably Tommy, I guess, for Europe. I think Cam Young, clearly MVP
for sure.
For USA.
No question.
But it's hard. It's so hard to give an MVP
to a losing team.
A losing team, yeah. So
probably
Tommy, I guess.
Yeah, I think Tommy's fair. Now prior to Sunday, I was all over John Rahm, bro. I was like, but Xander came and gave it to him. Yeah, so I was like, no shot. I picked John Rahm, man. So I think Tommy's a very good pick, man. He's had a great career, but he's been hot ever since the Tour Championship, getting his first PGA win. Who do you think MVP should go to?
It's hard to give it to the losing team, but Cam Young was the only guy I think that went. No, he lost yesterday.
He went 3-1. 3-1. Yeah.
I was gonna say, he almost went undefeated, and then Fleetwood almost went undefeated until he lost to JT. But it's like he lost to JT of all people. I feel like the odds going into that was so much more in Fleetwood's favor, and I was like, that was kind of a disappointment. But dude, the putts weren't dropping for Europe today. They were.
Not like yesterday.
The rest of the weekend, but today they were lipping out. So that's how we felt. That's how the U.S. felt the entire
absolutely.
weekend.
I agree with you, man. It seems like a controversial topic as the Ryder Cup just ended, man. But Novak, we would love to know your thoughts in regards to Europe were getting rewarded a half point for Victor Hovland's injury. I mean, they talked about this envelope rule.
I mean, obviously, I was rooting for the U.S., but once it went, once Shane won that point, I'm kind of glad that they stole one of the later ones, because that would, there's no way. If it ended 14-14, there's no way Europe can legitimately claim that, because already in a tie, it goes to whoever owns it. But if you have an envelope rule or whatever, I feel like that should void your tiebreaker win. That is ridiculous. I'm sure they'll do something with that. I think Keegan already said that they'll be looking to fix that rule.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it even came to that. I don't know what Victor had going on. Kind of a weird situation.
I think someone is neck.
I feel really bad for Harris.
Yeah, he didn't get to compete.
He barely got to play.
Yeah, how many times did he play? Just once?
He played twice, both alternate shot sessions with Colin.
Yeah.
And he played Rory and Tommy both times. That's what he got to do.
Yeah, which is totally unfair.
Miserable experience.
100%. I think because he was last on the Ryder Cup. Was he in 2021? So he didn't play in 2023, I think. So I mean, I guess
he did the Whistling Straits one.
Yeah. That does suck, man. And I'm sure he wanted to go back out there and compete too. Now I think if it was a healthy Victor Hovland, I think he would probably got the best of Harris English based on how the weekend was going. I think Victor Hovland had a neck injury, and I think it's a similar injury that he had at the Travelers too. And I think it just kind of resurfaced here, going into the Ryder Cup, man. But yeah, I just thought it was super weird. I mean, it's hard to compare it to other sports because golf's not like other sport. No other sport really rewards half points, but in this totality of sports, you never see someone forfeit and get rewarded based on this other stipulation with this envelope rule.
I saw, I'm assuming this tweet was correct, but I saw a tweet saying the Solheim Cup, if you WD, the point just goes to the other team. So I don't know why the Ryder Cup is different from that.
Makes total sense.
Weird.
The other thing too is every other sport is if you WD or if you can't, because I remember in UFC when Cowboy Cerrone he broke his nose, and if you blow your nose,
tried to blow his nose,
your eye puffs up, and it's he wanted to fight, but they're nope, you medically can't fight, and he was still able to I'm gonna get out there, and they're you lost, dude, sorry, and it's I don't know, But dude, you're right though. I think like if Victor would have played, I think it would have went probably his way if he would have played. But then again, dude, we thought Fleetwood was gonna win. We thought
Yeah, it's
Rahm was
true.
gonna win,
Yep.
and we thought a lot of things are gonna go Europe's way.
That's a great point.
Today on Sunday.
That's a great point.
That's why you gotta tee it up, and it just in football. That's why you gotta do the kickoff. That's why you gotta kick it off.
We gotta thug it out. We gotta thug it out for sure, man.
It out.
Yeah. Now I've said this in prior podcasts, bro, and this is nothing against Keegan at all. I'm a huge Stuart Sink fan. I love Stuart. Pretty cordial friends. I thought he should have been Ryder Cup captain. However, I do want you to assess how you think Keegan did this weekend as a captain, because I think he did a pretty good job. Especially, I don't know what type of halftime speech he gave going into Sunday, but something worked. But I'd love to assess how you think Keegan did.
Is that for me?
Yeah, man. We're not on tour, man. I'm a retired NFL player.
I think Keegan did really well through the whole process. I think it was a really tough situation for him, especially with how he ended up playing this year, and then
for sure
being stuck in that whole situation. I mean, realistically, like if somebody else was captain and he didn't have to deal with that coming down the stretch, I have no doubt that he probably would have played his way into the 12 like pretty comfortably. I think having to deal with that and like weighing that, I think there was like some of him that was kind of just like, I don't want to put myself in this position.
I know.
I think he did a really good job, like managing the team, keeping the team in it. They put up a good fight today. Like realistically, there's just like nothing you can do about the putting. So, like, I think he said it in his interview after, he wished he could have set the course up a little tougher. That was like his one regret, which I kind of agree, because it did sort of turn it into more of a putting contest, and Americans just got smoked in the putting contest.
Yeah.
Obviously, it probably shifted back, but I think going into today, so through 2 days, I think Data Golf had strokes gained putting. 8 of the top 9 going into today were Europeans. So.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
it wasn't even close. They were just smoking us in the putting contest, and
yeah.
I think playing maybe a little bit tougher setup. You know, general like consensus thought for the last 15, 20 years or so is, you know, the Americans are a bunch of bombers. So when the Europeans play, they tighten the fairways and they make it super tough, and so that's always kind of been a thing. But if you look at like the European team, like a lot of their young guys kind of bomb it now, and so I think the Americans trying to lean into more of a bombing advantage and like opening everything up and cutting everything down. I don't know if that necessarily holds like it might have used to have done, because, you know, we had Russ on this team.
Yep.
Colin, JJ, like these guys don't hit it crazy far. More accurate players. Like,
sure.
I feel like there was not really a huge advantage. I mean, maybe for Bryson, but like playing for, you know, a like more forgiving golf. I think a more penalizing golf course, because one of the things that people forget about Bryson, because of his single length clubs and because of how steep he is, how upright he is, he's probably one of the best rough players in the world. So, if not, honestly, he probably is the best rough player in the world right now. Like, like his ability to get the ball out, like he's so good at that. So if we had set it up tough, you got Scotty in there hitting a ton of fairways, like a lot of guys hitting a ton of fairways. I think it actually might have been more to the advantage of the U.S. team. Set up that way, so that would have been interesting to see. Also, you know, it's tough to say that, because even if you set it up tough and then it rained like that, like guys are still going to be making birdies because greens would have been pretty soft.
Yep.
But at least maybe penalizing some of those.
For sure. Yeah, that makes sense, man. What were you saying, Nate?
I was like, that's what Brad Dahlke was saying. Man. I think that's a very good point. And who knew that they were going to putt that well? Like I thought the U.S. players are also great putters too, but.
Yeah.
I mean, we burned a lot of edges, and that was more of like a putter-friendly birdie fest course, because, dude, like birdie was the new par for Team Europe. Like they were going crazy. Like, dude, when Justin Rose made like 7 birdies on the front 9, like, dude, he shot 29. Like, and the thing is, like, when people were like bashing Keegan, I'm like, dude, Europe just played that well. He did a good job sticking to his guns, and the analytics can say one thing, but like, you know, the players and you know golf, and I feel like you can't just stick to the analytics. Like, you have to know what these guys are how they're gonna do day to day. That's why, like, whenever we do our predictions based off stats, we're never right. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
like,
right.
I feel like when people are like, "Well, the analytics say that this is the 132nd worst combination," it's like, I mean, I don't think that's a great look for Keegan.
Yeah,
he stuck to his guns, and
he did.
Like, and Dan Rappaport says, like, players win it. It's not Keegan's, job or fault. So, but
I know one thing I kept seeing too is people kept trying to say like they hated like the lineups and stuff, and I'm like, guys, you don't really know that until the outcome, and you're only saying that because of the outcome of what was shown. I think he obviously had a reason, but in regards to my opinion on how Keegan did, I think he did great, man. I know people also were trying to give pushback, like, man, they should have got like a more experienced guy to be a captain. I know Keegan's only 39, he's never done it before. But I think now looking in the future, if they wanted to give it to Keegan, it's like, man, he got his feet wet. He knows what he needs to do better. He knows some things that he did good. And going into the next Ryder Cup, if they so choose to give it to him again, even though, again, I'm Stuart Sink biased, I think he would do a very, very great job, better than what he did now. Hopefully, to get the cup back to the U.S. because next year it's back overseas. I forgot where it's at though. Not next year, 2 years from now.
Ireland in 2 years.
Yeah, man. So I was happy with what Keegan did, man. And like I said, I would love to hear that halftime speech. 'Cause I know me going into a back nine playing here in Arizona, I'd be in shambles, dog, and I need something to pump me up to get me to play better golf, man. So one thing I did get clearance from you, Novak, is I've been cut before. I've gotten phone calls I didn't like to hear at all. Definitely not fun. I would love to know, what the day was like, getting the phone call from Keegan, saying that you weren't going to be on the team. And I want to talk about the season you had. I thought you had an incredible season, man. I know a lot of predictions me and Nate had. I was like, hey, my dark horse, picking Andrew Novak. And I said my stats, I said why and everything. I would love to hear your thoughts on the phone call.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was Monday. It was Monday morning, right after Tour Championship. I think he pretty much went through everybody. He called me. I mean, I knew how the call was going to go. I didn't play very well down the stretch, so it wasn't like surprising to me. I don't think that I was like his toughest call to make out of some of the guys. So I appreciate getting the call. I thanked him for like having me be a part of the whole process, like considering me, getting to go to all the dinners and everything. I thought that was really cool. I mean, that's not something I've ever been a part of before. I haven't really been considered for any teams until this year, so it was really cool to do that, get to meet some of the guys and know them a little bit better that way, and hopefully going forward, when I can make these teams. I don't know. I'll be a little bit more ready, maybe.
Yeah. Well, this is my thing too. Cause like I said, man, ever since DJ Dallas put us on each other, man, I've been a huge fan of yours, bro. Do you think if you didn't have like that middle to end of the season injury, maybe we're thinking a different phone call here at this time, or do you think there's something else that probably played into that?
Yeah, the injury was really poor timing. It was right before a couple majors and stuff.
Yep.
Oakmont, that was probably one of my best tournaments of the year, just because like I had no business making that cut. I hadn't before I teed it up on teeing it up on Thursday. My first full swing in 2 weeks was my opening tee shot.
Wow.
Like it is the least preparation anybody's probably ever put into a U.S. Open.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Like literally, on Monday I showed up and I tried to hit. I did like two pitching wedge swings, couldn't swing. Mm-hmm. Tuesday I ended up getting like a quarter, or maybe Monday. Yeah, I think Monday afternoon I went and met with an orthopedic. We were doing all kinds of stuff. Ended up getting like 3 different core zone shots, it was like one split up into 3 different places basically. Tuesday didn't hit, just like walked some holes. Wednesday, I walked the other 9 and I swung at like 50%. Like I literally, people had to think I was crazy out there. Like seeing like I literally was like taking driver and like chipping it like 200 yards down the fairway, just like trying to get a visual and stuff.
For sure.
And then I was literally like just chipping around greens and stuff. I literally didn't do anything. And then Thursday showed up, and in my practice, my warm-up session, I pretty much I don't know if I quite even got up to like 100%. I was still like probably 80, 90%, just like feeling it out. Didn't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
So like truly, I just went out there and I was like, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I was really proud of how I played that week. The problem is, so that week I played those days, but again, I was not really hitting balls, no practice.
Sure.
Went to Travelers the next week, didn't hit Monday to through Wednesday, didn't hit a ball. All I did, I played my 9-hole pro-am, but I wasn't hitting like full shots on the range that week. Played that tournament again, then went home and didn't hit any balls for 2 more weeks. So literally, like I really in the middle of the season didn't hit balls for a month, and so I think
that's
like
crazy.
I just like I was like kind of rusty. I don't know. I didn't hit the ball very well back half of the year, and I think like missing out on like a month of just hitting balls kind of like didn't help. I mean, I still scrapped together some good finishes. I played really well at Memphis and stuff.
Yeah, FedEx. Yep.
I don't know. I'm very happy with how the year went, but it was just like kind of unfortunate timing on it.
Bad timing.
Luckily, after like even Travelers this year was like 90 degrees, which was really big for me because the problem was it was so cold and wet, and that was like causing more issues, I guess. When I was swinging, but when it was hotter, like I was more mobile, the muscles were
for sure
loose and stuff, so it wasn't as much of an issue. But like it wasn't like the injury didn't bother me like back half the year. Like even Scottish and the Open Championship by then, like even in that colder weather, was not an issue, which was good. But I think I did kind of miss out on some of that practice time.
Yeah, man.
What was your injury?
Yeah, I strained an intercostal muscle, which is
rib.
The same thing Xander had.
What's that?
The same thing Xander had.
Very similar. A little bit different. I talked to him about it actually because we were talking about some things that could help it. It was similar, but it's like it's so stupid. It's like between the ribs, and it really only like was an issue like when your ribs expand. And so like I could literally just be doing nothing at the house, and I would have no issues. Like if you're not really like it's kind of a weird motion. The only thing I couldn't really breathe in heavily.
Yeah, so if you sneeze.
Sneezing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, sneezing hurt so bad. Like it was terrible. But like really, it was, and I was fine on the backswing, but it was on my left side. So as I would come through and then finish up, like as I opened up. So really, like it was only like hitting off an upslope was awful. Like there were a couple times at Oakmont where I had to hit off an upslope, and that was just the worst. The rough was tough. Although I honestly thought the rough was going to be worse. When I saw the rough, when I got there like Monday, Tuesday, I was like, there's no way. Like if I hit in the rough, I'm going to die. Yeah. Honestly, it wasn't as bad because it was so thick. It would kind of like I couldn't finish up that high anyway. So like it sucked, but it wasn't necessarily as bad as I thought. Really, the upslopes were like by far the worst. Like finishing up on that.
So I have a question for you based off that. Obviously it didn't help you, but like, was there a little bit of it that was, let's say, like beneficial? And the reason why I asked is, a long time ago, I played with Taylor Montgomery at an AJGA event, and he had food poisoning. I don't even know if he remembers who I am, but I played at AJGA event. He had food poisoning. He was just puking everywhere. I think he shoots like 67, and he wins the whole thing. And this was somewhere like near Las Vegas. And I was just thinking of that when you're talking about your injury. Like, did that help you? Like, hey, I'm just going to find the fairway and, like, play easier golf or whatever. And so then that helped you, like, limit the mistakes and
I think something. Yeah, like, I think some of the, like, I think it took some of the pressure. Like, not that there was necessarily pressure, but I was like, just get me through the week. Like, I want to swing as few times as possible and just make it work. Like, I really... Like each day, I was just happy to get through the day. Which I mean, it's U.S. Open. I guess it is kind of like that, but
it's like that anyways.
I don't know. I mean, I think I would have rather obviously not been dealing with that, but I think I was able to like kind of manage it decently well enough. I think I putted very well because I spent extra time putting during the early week because I couldn't do anything else really.
Yeah.
So I felt really good on the greens in Oakmont, but
those are tough greens too. Yeah.
Yeah. They probably some of the best greens I've ever putted on. Those things roll so good.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it there because they're Poana too, and they just roll perfect.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
I just can't imagine like not taking a full swing and then like the first course you have to play is like 7,800 yards, and you're like, well,
Yeah,
there goes nothing.
that is crazy, super crazy. I do want to talk about this too, man. So had a great season. Hopefully this carries on going into the next PGA Tour season. I know the President's Cup is not as a hype as an event as the Ryder Cup, but would you say that's also a goal too, to be a part of that team as well, or have hopes that your season leads you into that team as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a home President's Cup. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere because it's going to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to be a part of that team. One of the things that Keegan said to me, like in some of our talks, was like one of the hardest things to do is make your first team. Like it's hard to make it through because like then once you get there, you can prove to the guys you play, you have that experience. Guys are going to be a little bit more willing to pick you if it comes down to that.
Yeah.
So like for Ben this year, like he really had to go out and prove it, and he absolutely did that, and like he earned a spot on the team.
Hey, with your help too at the Zurich.
If you're
with
like
your help.
super fringe, if you're like a fringe player, like it's really tough to make it. So
yeah,
I think if I can play well next year and make that team and hopefully get some experience in team golf, that can open up some opportunities. If I play well the next year, then I can be going over to Ireland.
Yeah. Well, as I was saying, though, I mean, you obviously did well in team golf. We go to the Zurich, get your first PGA Tour win, man. And obviously talking about your season in its totality, doing really well. What was clicking for you this year that you said, like, man, like, driving distance has been going well. My approach shot has been going well. Give us the thing that clicked for Novak this year.
Yeah, it was weird. I've been kind of like looking at my stats and stuff, trying to put it together. I think I was just like more comfortable on the course. Like it was definitely my best putting year. Some of the changes I made in the off season last year, like definitely helped this year. So it was definitely my best putting year. My short game was good. It's always been pretty good, but it was really good this year. My approach game weirdly was like probably the worst of my career in the PGA Tour so far. So that's definitely like something I was fighting all year. And so it's definitely something I can improve on for next year because I was not very happy with how I hit it. But I think it was just like I was more like willing to put myself in contention. I don't know, like I just played better on Saturdays and gave myself chances to win golf tournaments. Like in previous years, I played well, but I would like just play well enough to finish like 15th. And this year, I was like playing well enough to put myself in final groups and give myself chances there. Like I was maybe a little bit more boom or bust this year, but that's not necessarily a bad thing on the PGA.
For sure. Yeah, I know what you mean too. I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago. I followed you at the Phoenix Open, and I think after day 2 you were leading, and then it goes back to what you said, and then you finished probably somewhere around 15th, 16th place and something like that. Yeah. I do want to talk about was the RBC Heritage. Fought really hard, got into the playoff with JT. Makes this incredible putt out of nowhere, bro. I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Dude,
yeah. But I would definitely want to know your mindset going into the stretch and what it's like going into playoff golf, because I'm never going to be in this position, but I'm sure the audience is curious about what the mental like is going into it.
Like going into the playoffs this year?
No, yeah, like going into playoff golf, like you and JT, like what's the mindset going into that?
Okay.
Yeah. Not FedEx stuff. Yeah.
Were you in the final pairing or?
Yeah, I was final pairing. He was
one group behind, right?
Maybe a group in front of us.
Oh, front. Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought he was final pairing too.
He was a group in front of us because I watched him putt on 18.
Yeah.
I think.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I knew we were going back to 18. The nice thing about like playoff golf, like the worst you can do is second. Second's still not bad. So it's like, like
sure.
I mean, when I'm standing on the tee on Sunday, like I can make a 10 on the hole. I could still finish like 10. Like, I mean, that's not really something you're thinking about, but like it's just me and in that case it was me and JT. That's it. So like go out and beat him. Then it kind of became more match play then.
Yeah.
So it was. I would have said like my nerves, like I was feeling better in the playoff than I was on the 18th hole in regulation.
Yeah.
I think like obviously like I went to scoring, and so I had a little time to like settle down as well, like just kind of like refocus and then go back out there. I was feeling good. I mean, I hit 2 good shots in the playoff. I'm still not really sure where my second shot landed.
On the green?
Like not kicked very far, but I was
Yeah.
like still on the
Stayed
front. I
left.
mean, I had a
Yeah.
long look. It's just like, I don't know, making a 3 on that hole, like that's a really good 3. Like JT just
Yeah.
made a really good birdie. That was
Just
Dude,
it was
crazy.
not that easy a hole. It was a favorable wind for it, but because of the wind, it was like kind of hard to get it. Like I got it close in regulation, but like
Yeah.
that was like kind of I don't want to say like fluky, but like my tee shot in regulation went like 20 to 30 yards further than I expected it to
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
and it would have gone in the marsh if I had hit it more left. Like I hit 3-wood like 330 yards or something stupid like that. Like
Crazy.
I don't know how
What
it
the
went so
heck?
far. So I only had a gap wedge in regulation. Like I
Yeah.
legitimately in the playoff, I had to like I made a conscious like, hey, I need to choke down on this or something because like 3-wood should not go that far, but it just
Yeah.
did. So I have to. So I had probably 20, 25 yards longer um in the sudden death playoff that I did in regulation. Just I don't know what happened there, but
Yeah. I
it was
remember
really
that
hard
because
with that downwind to like stop
yeah.
the ball near the hole. So it was like making
Oh,
birdie
wow.
there. Like you're kind of just hoping to give yourself a look, and then it was gonna be making a putt. It's kind of one of those holes that it really could have been a long playoff, like because it's kind of hard birdie to make, but it was also downwind, so it was like most likely can make par. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I was so hopeful for you, man, because I want to see you get an individual tour win. And Zurich still counts. I don't 100%, but I'm like, dog, Novak's so close, dog. Love to see him close it, but that putt JT made, I'm just like, that is so crazy. Like, what are the odds of that happening, man? But like I said, it's been awesome rooting you on this year, man. And obviously, me and Nate going to continue to do that as you continue to be on the PGA Tour, man. But the question I have for you, man, you love the game of football, and it's funny because there's like an opposite reaction between me and you right now. I played in the NFL for several years. I love the game of golf. You're on the tour currently right now, killing it, but you love the game of football, man. Is that something you want to pursue once your PGA Tour is done, or are you just a fan and you just like doing stuff like scouting and reading stats? I know you did some with the Carolina Panthers when you went to training camp as a day scout or something like that. They had you do.
I did Jags training camp this year. I also did
Oh, okay,
Ravens training
well, that's what
camp.
it was. Okay, yeah,
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 yeah. Kind of just got it set up.
that's
But
awesome.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm definitely a fan. I love football. I have, I'm not gonna have any sort of playing career or anything, but I think coaching is intriguing to me as an option, like a retirement option. Um, I love like kind of the strategy aspect of football. I think like I don't have like high aspirations for it. Like I don't think I want to do college. Like typically college, you got to get in GA level something
Yeah,
and build your way
no
up.
shot.
I
Yeah,
don't really have any interest in doing that just because like with my golf career, I will have traveled so much. Like I don't I don't think that I have probably like the drive to do like recruiting visits and stuff like that.
not
Like
at all. Yeah,
that's just too much. Like that's too much time commitment. But I think like at a high school level,
that's cool.
absolutely, like that would definitely be intriguing to me. I mean, I don't care if I'm just helping out. I don't care if I'm
Yeah,
offensive coordinator or whatever. I think it'd
yeah.
be fun to be around the game and help some kids and I don't know, scheme up some stuff.
No, that's awesome. Because for me, I was the JV head coach at Valley Christian for golf, and I had an incredible time, man. Like
Yeah,
obviously, I can't coach a swing at all. I mean, I can see stuff be like, you're coming over the top or your face is open, but like, I can't like correct it, mechanically like that. I can just tell you what I see. But my whole purpose there was course management. I can tell you about the course 'cause I do study courses a lot, and just to encourage the kids and keep them going and stuff, man. So I love like your passion for football. 'Cause like I said, it's literally just the opposite of me. Like me and Nate, like he played college golf, so this is different. But like me, I nerd out about golf. Like, oh, he's ranked this in strokes gained putting, or like he's this and stuff like that. So when I see how intentful you are, like with football and like going things with Jacksonville Jaguars, going with the Baltimore Ravens, and like just try to enhance your football knowledge, it's just super cool. I love seeing guys do stuff outside of their primary sport, man, and just showing the versatility, dogs. Yeah, I would love to see you as a high school coach. And now, are you still in Georgia or are you
yeah, I'm in Georgia. Like
St. Simons, right?
I'm basically
Yeah,
where DJ's from. So
yeah, 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 yeah.
um, DJ went to Glenn. I think Brunswick High's got a decent football team this year. They got a kid. They got a 4-star kid that's
nice.
He's committed to Florida, but we'll see how much longer he's committed. So
yeah, those things they flop out all the time.
Gators are kind of going down. We'll see.
They are looking really bad, bro. I feel bad for DJ Lagway, man, because there was so much hype for him going into the season, and I don't know if it's necessarily him or just the the surrounding team that he has. I don't know if it's coaching, bro. But hopefully he's not one of those guys that they're gonna call it quits and end up in the portal. But that's what it seems these days. Anytime someone hits adversity, it's just like I'm out of here. They don't want to just thug it out anymore. They just want to call it quits, man. But yeah. So Nate, do you have anything else for Novak, man? Like I said, we want to get to this Sunday night football.
No, dude, I was just so curious and impressed about your season, man. And on that playoff hole, did you outdrive JT by quite a bit? Or
see, yeah, JT had to take 6-iron. He had to take 6-iron, and I was like, yeah, he had to keep going first. I think you did outdrive him.
I was like, dude, he's gonna hit it way closer than JT.
I don't even remember. We were both in the fairway. I mean, it's
y'all both in the fairway. Yeah.
I don't remember. Crazy. I think I hit gap wedge in regulation. I can't remember if I hit pitching wedge or 9-iron. I think I hit pitching wedge in the playoff.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Maybe.
Like I said, I remember him going 6-iron.
But I don't. No, there's no way he had 6-iron.
I think I remember seeing that.
I might have been.
But he went long
past him, but I don't think I was that far past him.
Really?
Because I don't know if he was downwind. Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
It was pretty downwind. Even if we had like 185 yards, like I doubt he would have hit much more than like. I don't see how there's no way he would have hit more than 8-iron from like 185 yards. I don't think
he might have 8.
And that might have been how far he had ish, but
yeah, I feel like I put that in my notes when we talked about it that he took 6-iron, and my iPad's dead, so I can't go back to the RBC Heritage. But I mean, I'm okay with being wrong, but I could have sworn he took a 6-iron because me and Nate were just like, yo, Novak's killing him off the tee, man. We're hoping you closed it out.
Like
stuff,
you
man.
had but with that
putt. That whole thing is so weird. Like you're in the trees for so long at Harbortown, you definitely see the wind and you see it like trees, but you don't like really feel it. Mm-hmm. And then you get like to 16, 17, 18, and it's like pumping because there's no trees. You're like exposed to it. Like it's so weird. Like you've been seeing the wind do weird things to the ball all day, and you're like trying to figure out what it's doing, and then you get to those holes, and you're like, oh, it's doing this.
Yeah,
and a lot of like I don't know. It's so weird.
No, it is. Because I remember, I think Andrew Putnam had told me, like, when we look at Waste Management Hole 16, it's like, obviously you don't feel the wind because the stadium's up.
No.
And then you hit the ball up, and it's like, oh, shoot, we're against it. And then it's short, and you're getting booed.
And it's so tough. Like, you'll see what the flags are doing. So sometimes you even know what the wind is doing. Mm-hmm. But if you don't catch your shot, like, perfectly right, so, like, if you catch it a groove low, it's going to come out a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And it may not get above the stadium, and so the wind doesn't hit it. And so a shot that was maybe slightly off is now like even more off because it didn't get like you're expecting like, okay, it's going to be over the stadium for a little bit. So the wind will hit it just about this much. But like,
right.
I don't know. I mean, obviously with however many thousand people are watching as well.
Right.
I mean, there's some stress on the shot, but
for sure.
That is definitely a tricky one.
Yeah, it is, and we did this a long time ago. We said what we think the hardest par 3 is on tour. I mean, I know Waste Management isn't, but I think the environment makes it hard. But I think we said Sawgrass, Waste Management. I don't think we said Pebble, and I think we say hole 13 at the Masters.
12, yeah.
12, yeah. We said those. We said those threes, and
I would say as far as like tricky. Yeah, I would say like 17 at Sawgrass can be so tricky. I would throw Valspar number 13 in there. Wind will swirl on that hole like you can't believe. That hole has done some weird things to me. It's very similar. Honestly, it has some similarities to Augusta number 12 there. Like I don't know, the wind just swirls there. That one, like just off the top of my head, just jumps right to my brain. It's like tricky.
It was hole 15 at the FedEx, that par 3. Is that the FedEx Championship where Scotty totally missed left and he pulled left?
That hole was that hole was tough. Like from that back box, oh my god, tiny green, island green from all the way back.
Yeah.
From that back tee, I actually had 2 really good shots, which I was happy with. But man, it was like hitting that green was like there was no like hit an okay shot and get away with it. Like you had to just step up and hit a good golf shot.
How far was that par 3? Like 2 something, right?
From the back tee, I want to say it was like 210 the first day. like from the back tee to that front left, and then maybe like 220, 225 maybe when they put in that back right, and not that big a green.
Yeah, the back right. Yeah,
water everywhere.
That's so crazy, man.
Yo, are you one of those people? Are you one of those people that remembers all of your shots? Like maybe not your opponent's shots, but
yeah, I used to like be crazy about it. I still can pull some out, but I've played enough tournaments now, like year over year, where like years will start running together a little bit. If it's like a moment, like I can run through a lot of like bigger moments that I've had or like specific times. I'm not like quite Sean McVay on just like being able to recall on stuff, but I'm pretty good about it, and I'll sometimes surprise myself and remember some stuff. My caddy, I can sometimes like annoy him because I'll be like, oh, this is like this shot I hit here. You know, like we'll be talking through something, and I'll be like, oh, this is like this shot I hit. You know, like last year when we were here on this day or whatever. Or, you know, a couple weeks ago, it's just like that 1 on 8. And he's like sitting there like trying to think through
what happened on 8.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing though, man, too, because it's like, especially if you hit a good shot, like that builds confidence going into the shot. Like, oh, I've been here before. Like, I can pure this 7-iron right now and, you know, get it how many ever feet to whatever, safe, birdie, eagle, par 4, par 5, whatever it may be, man. But last question I have for you, man. Monday Night Football, because it does drop on Monday. Who do you have winning between? We said the Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals? Oh, it's doubleheader.
It's a doubleheader. That's right.
Yeah. Jets, Dolphins, and nobody's gonna be watching. And then, I don't know. Broncos, Bengals not gonna be that great either. I don't think
it isn't, man, because they had the hopes of Bo Nix playing like how he finished, and you're hoping Joe Burrow would have been here, but
right, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll love to know your predictions for both those games. You know, Jets, Dolphins, as well as Broncos and the Bengals.
I think
Oh, don't let us spoil anything that you might do on your podcast too.
Oh well, I already did my picks for the week. I am on like a generational terrible run on our podcast. I don't even know. Did the Bears I needed the Bears to.
I don't know if they
1.5.
I think Bears, do you do like Blazing 5 like Colin Coward? And
all right, so I finally got my first win in a decent while because the Bears covered, which was big.
Nice. Yeah,
but. I don't think I touched either of the Monday night games. I do have the Packers on the Sunday night game
tonight. Yeah,
tonight I do have them covering that 6.5. I think Cowboys are going to be rough without CD and with all their issues they got on the offensive line.
Micah coming back, and is Jadeveon Clowney cleared to play for Dallas?
I don't know. I think Parsons is going to have that entire team very fired up to play a bench game for.
And the thing that sucks, you can't double him because Rashard Gary's been playing just as well. So it's like, how do you?
They have a good secondary. Like it's not like there's not really like you can't if you say you keep the tight end running back into chip and all this stuff like you're gonna get clamped on the backside. So there's not really a whole lot you can do. Like
because we could just double. What's my dog name from Pittsburgh?
Or George Pickens?
Pickens.
George Pickens, and then.
Fantasy, dude.
Yeah, and you can let everything else play out how it plays out.
Tonight, so.
Yeah, and let everything else play out the way it plays out. So
the Cowboys got a few. Like I think Jalen Tolbert's okay. Like Turpin's fast.
Turpin,
they got guys.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't. I mean, I think the Packers defense is that good. So.
But Turpin can make some contested catches. Like he can get it. You know,
Turpin's a playmaker.
Yeah. He does bring an excitement factor to it, you know, if getting the ball in his hands on jet sweeps, punt returns, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's got the UFL grit, you know.
I
feel like that's how he wins like those like contested catches because I feel like those guys who like fight harder will just come down with the ball, you know.
But we got Packers winning, obviously.
Yeah,
and I think they want to make up for that loss against Cleveland. Yeah, Monday Night Football. Justin Fields is clear, but for me that doesn't say a lot. I'm not really a fan of Justin Fields by any means.
Yeah, I don't think that necessarily makes the team like a ton better. I think that just changes the style they play. Like I think if you on your fantasy team, you probably rather Tyrod play, but
100%.
But I think
they're also playing the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins win that game.
They did play Buffalo tough.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins win that game. I don't know. I don't have as strong a thought. I think the Broncos like I feel more confident in the Broncos winning and actually looking decent against the Bengals than I do about like either of those AFC East teams. So.
I agree. I think if the Bengals don't figure out something this week, they probably will pull the plug and try to either trade for a Russell Wilson, maybe Kirk Cousins, and see that, because like that division has not been doing that well. Besides the Pittsburgh,
Ravens
like did they pull it out or they lost?
They got blown out.
They got killed.
Yeah, bro. So everybody,
Lamar didn't even play in the fourth quarter. They said injury.
Hamstring.
Yeah, you
don't buy it.
Yeah, I buy it. And I think, and they had Cooper Rush in. Well, Cooper Rush is a solid backup. He did well with Dallas.
Everyone of the Ravens went down. Like Marlon Humphrey went down. Van Noy was out before the game.
Van Noy's already hurt. They just put Madubuike on the IR, and their run defense has been terrible because he hadn't played.
And then Wiggins got hurt like just before we started recording. Yeah, just before we started recording. Yeah.
The AFC North, it's just not what everyone thought it was going to be.
No one can stay healthy in that division.
So. And the Steelers might just win the division,
which is crazy. Just to lose in the first round of the playoffs, like they always do.
Just to lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, bro. So
they'll win the division, so they get to host a home game against the Bengals. The second the Bengals get Joe Burrow back and smoke.
Yeah. Well, what's the name pulled his hamstring too? Jalen Ramsey. I think he got a fumble recovery for a touchdown and joked about a hamstring injury, and then he was guarding Jordan Addison and actually, I know, but then I'm saying then he had to guard Jordan Addison and then actually pulled his hamstring. So like that, like that.
Dude. I didn't even see the end of that game. So I didn't even see that.
That's like Amon Ra, dude. Is that like foreshadowing for Amon Ra because he like did the fake hamstring? Oh no, dude.
Yeah, dog.
He did that last week. Jared Goff thought it for real.
Yeah, Jared Goff's like, no, my guy, my guy.
But at least they got two number one receivers. I do like Jameson Williams. Yeah, so at least they got two. So they'll be okay. And I guess me saying that in regards to George Pickens, like he is number one. I think just his antics have kind of hindered him, where people kind of want to bump him down to it too. But he has the upside of as a
his
one.
His talent is there.
Yeah, I think his route running can be refined. This is just me being a receiver in the league former receiver in the league, and just kind of seeing him. He could refine his route running, but in terms of contested catches, 50-50 balls, does amazing in that. And sometimes a lot of these guys, like you're not going to see much refining. Like that's just who they are.
Pickens is good, but he's good at what he does. So like
exactly, for sure.
I think his route running's all right. I just think his route tree is somewhat limited. I think CD you can line up anywhere on the field.
CD is a good route runner.
CD can run slot, he can run outside, he can run anything. Pickens,
stay on the outside.
Stay outside.
Kind of like DK. It's you're running a go, you're running a stop, maybe a slant every once in a while.
Yeah.
Or something, but like it's nothing. He's very good at what he does, but I think it is like a bit more limited. Like I think when I think of like a number one, I want a guy that I can move around the field more. Like Chase, you can line up anywhere. Like CD, you can line up anywhere. Like
Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson, like they're coming in motion. Like Puka stays more in slot, but he moves around a lot still. Like, it's guys that like can hit you from anywhere.
Yeah.
And Pickens is good, but like he is a little bit more like limited to what he can do.
Look at all that scouting you've been doing, man. Paying dividends. There we go, man.
Andrew, man. This is pretty
knowledgeable. Absolutely, man. But hey, Andrew, man, we appreciate you taking your time, man, to hop on the podcast, man. Like I said, you got two fans in me and Nate, dog. We are so excited for the PGA Tour next year, man. But we'll be thinking about you. I'm sure you're fully healed, man. But we want to make sure that hopefully you stay healed throughout the season, man. And we hope to see you on the President's Cup, man. But appreciate you guys listening once again. Please like, subscribe, rate us on Spotify, and we see you guys on the next episode of Golf and Gospel Podcast. Peace.